lean back because the prop isn't good enough. Anyway, this is June 2nd. Today is June 2nd. And for the month, I am trying to run every single day. And part of that is because one, I already like had that goal in mind. And then two, I'm in a competition. So definitely have to run every single day. But I thought I would document it just so I can personally see how am I doing, how did it go, because I think sometimes when I forget to document like picture-wise or even just like little notes, I kind of forget like where I came from and where I, started, and then just kind of disqualifies the progress. That's just a personal thing, honestly. But yeah, so I ran 2.7 miles yesterday because I was feeling real good. And then I was really feeling it this morning, so I only ran 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. So I'm thinking Mondays through Thursdays, I'm gonna do like 2-ish miles. And then on my off days, which is Friday and Saturday, I'm gonna do long miles. When I say long, I mean like 4, not marathon. And then Sundays, since I have church, I'm definitely gonna just like do a mile or like a mile and a half. But yeah, today's day 2. Why do my fingers look like that? Day 2. And maybe I'll do some other things. I don't know. But yeah. Hey everybody. So I did something this past month of June, and I felt like it was something worth sharing. And honestly, I don't do YouTube videos, I don't make videos or anything like that, but I started documenting kind of this journey to 100 miles that I was on. And so I kind of just wanted to put it out in the world of what did it look like, feel like, what was the investment of going from literally a non-runner, someone who does not run, to actually completing over 100 miles in 1 month. So this is my take on that. A couple of people that I'm inspired by when it comes to challenges and fitness. The first person is Nick Bare. He is based out in Austin, Texas, and his company is BPN. And he is someone who heavy lifted weights, everything like that, and then kind of transitioned into this multifaceted athlete. And his journey of becoming a runner has really inspired me that anyone can do it if you put your mind to it. Another person is Mari. I always mess up her last name. I think it's Mari Llewellyn, and she owns Bloom, and she also owns Mari Fitness, and I actually have been with her since like 2018, and just her positivity and how she has this drive inspires me as well. And then the last person, YouTuber, that has inspired me is Michelle Carr. I hope I'm saying her last name right. But you definitely know her from BuzzFeed. You definitely know that she is one to do a challenge that's literally her whole entire YouTube page. And honestly, I have always thought, man, I wish I could be like her. I wish I could actually stick to a challenge and learn from it and grow from it. So to be able to do this, man, I was on top of the world. So let's get into kind of the beginning of it, and then we'll probably like flip back and forth to some footage I actually took either before my run, after my runs, and everything in between. Okay, so the backstory is that I have some friends / coworkers, and we were hanging out, and they talked about doing a competition where whoever ran the most miles, the other person had to pay for their Texas Day Brazil dinner. And if you have never been to a Texas Day Brazil, I highly recommend it. It's not like a casual lunch thing. It's definitely save up and go with significant other or maybe like an awesome friends night out. Anyway, sitting there, I was like, you know what? I think I could do it. I think I could beat these people. So I asked if I could enter the challenge because one, I love Texas Day Brazil, and then two, I kind of was like feeling in my like fitness routine, so I needed something to kind of push me forward. So we made the rules. So that's the backstory to it, and I honestly was thinking in my head, max I'm gonna get is like 5 miles, because where I was is I would wake up, I would do strength workout, and then I would walk on the treadmill. And if I tried running a mile, just a mile, y'all, like it's 12 minutes, easy. I was huffing and puffing, I had no endurance, and my mental state kept telling me, I can't do this. Your body cannot do this. And just constant doubt in my mind. So where my starting point was 1 mile, 12 minutes, maybe more, honestly, like if I look back. And then just constant self-doubt, constant self-doubt. So it's June 1st, and I decide, you know what? I'm gonna hit it out of the park. And I plugged in and I listened to a Peloton outdoor running class. I did a lot of those throughout this journey because I need someone to tell me that I can do more than I'm actually giving, because I couldn't tell myself that. So I did that, and I ran 3 miles the first day, and I thought I was going to puke. It was really slow. It's hot here in Texas, so it was terrible. And I honestly thought in my head, and I said, I'm gonna lose this. Like, if this is what it is every single day, I'm gonna lose. So that was my first run. I don't even remember the Peloton instructor, but thank the Lord that they made that outdoor running, because I couldn't get through it. So kind of fast forward through that first week, I was in second place out of the 3. I had ran 22 miles. I'm gonna hold the phone down here. I'm like really tired. I ran 5.2 for day 5. It was really hard because my blister broke, so I'm giving you a warning right now. If you don't like to see that stuff, just skip like 10 seconds. But this is the culprit. I had Band-Aids and 2 socks on, and it just broke. Struggling with that. I was struggling with blister, and then self-doubt and hate was fueling the fact, oh, your blister, no way you can do this. Okay, so I did 3 miles. This is day 7. My blister didn't hurt at all, so I think finally the Band-Aid's working, and I added moleskin. So that was awesome. I would have had faster times, but there were so many hills. This is my first time ever doing this trail, and there were so many hills, and so my calves were just burning, and so I was a little bit below my marathon pace, but that's okay, because if I'm doing 3 miles, then on my long runs I'm going to double it, so I'll do 6 miles, so that's 1 more mile than I did previous weeks, and hopefully I'll just build on that. But yeah, day 7, a whole week. Moving forward to week 2. So that weekend, right before the start of our second week, I went and I got some supplies. So I decided I was gonna get a fanny pack. It was like a runner fanny pack, because holding my phone, not it, Chief. It was not it. And then I got some non-cotton t-shirts, because in Texas, it is humid no matter what. It's so hot, and I was just sweating buckets. I was sweating in places I didn't even know I could sweat, and it was terrible. So I got some actual athletic shirts, which was a big milestone for me, because I got some tank tops, And I can't tell you the last time that I wore a tank top out in public because I had been so self-conscious about my body. So that was kind of a side, like really big milestone for me. I was gonna wear a tank top out. So I did that, and then I got some Band-Aids. I got some Band-Aids and some moleskin because my feet and my blisters were just so bad. But I couldn't stop running because the other two were definitely gonna keep running. So I got some supplies. That was probably around $100. So that was like my first investment into being a runner. I had everything ready, and I was like, all right. So now I was upping it. I was gonna run, my base was gonna be 3 miles a day. And then I was gonna go and try to do 6 miles as my long run. That kind of was like how I was doing things. I was doing these short distances Monday through Thursday, which are kind of like my work days. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which are my off-ish days. Anyway, so I would do my longer dates there because I didn't have to go to work, and I had to either run in the morning or late at night because it was just getting too hot. So I started running 3 miles, and I was like, okay, all right. Not like super out of breath. My mile time went down by like a minute. And I was like, all right, I got this, we can do this. And then I stopped running in my neighborhood, and I invested in driving somewhere. So in Fort Worth, there's a place called Trinity Trails, and it's everywhere, but I decided to go to a particular spot, and it changed the game. And the farthest I've ever run without stopping, I ran 5.17, and I ran it in this beautiful park. There's a lot more better runners than me, and honestly, looking at what they're wearing, form, and like what they brought, like supplies wise, gave me a lot of tips. Sorry, I like literally just finished. But yeah. So I'm running by a river. There's other people around kind of doing the same thing I'm doing. There's just this like energy about the fact that I'm seeing all these new things, and I can visibly tell, oh, like I'm getting somewhere, and then I get a reward by like seeing something new on the way back, not just submit and target. I ended it and I ran 6 miles. It was terrible. I literally like, my knees were fine the whole run, and then as soon as I stopped, it was like all my weight just went straight to my knees, and I just had to lay in the parking lot for like 3 minutes. I was just like, I'm dead. So that became a new problem. My blister was healed, but now it's my knees, and I think it's because of my shoes. Okay, so I am running. Today is the 16th, and I ran last night. Awesome run. I like fail. I ate a bug, but this morning my hamstring and my knee hurt so much from that fall. So I was only able to run 2 miles, and I'm walking the rest, and I'm gonna try to run again tonight. Week 3 rolls by, and I'm feeling really, really good. So I up it. I was like, you know what, I gotta up it. So I upped my base miles to 4 or 5 miles a day, and then my long runs now become 8 or 10 miles. And honestly, this is where the mindset just changed for me. And I don't know if it's because I was like finally doing a lot, but there was just something about going out there and knowing I could accomplish something, and I wasn't gonna fail, and I wasn't gonna self-doubt myself, and I could call myself a runner and be confident in that. Just did one of my best runs. Did 6 miles. I did 5 in 50 minutes. So that was really good, and it's a beautiful day, and probably like literally the best run. I felt so good during it, so it was awesome. Changes in my body was leaning up. I wasn't necessarily losing a ton of weight. that my body composition doesn't allow me to lose weight super fast, even if I'm burning 1,200 calories because I just ran 8 miles. So my body was leaning up, but y'all, like, again, like I said, I was like burning like 1,200 calories if I ran 8 miles or whatever. And like, no lie, I was eating constantly eating. Like, my diet was not like this super prepared diet that, you know, I had meal prepped and I was eating this much protein or whatever. No, I was eating whatever I could in sight. I was trying everything. I was just eating, man, because I was so hungry after my runs throughout the day. So yeah. Day 18, and I ran the farthest I've ever run before. I did stop twice, but that's okay. My husband was a good cheerleader for me on the way, gave me water and electrolytes and gummies. And so now we are gonna go eat dinner, but 10 miles on day 18, whoop whoop. Into week 4, I realized I'm in the lead. And I also realized that I am 12 or 14 miles away from 100 miles. And I couldn't believe it. And I knew I had to finish this thing. And not only did I have to finish this, I was gonna finish it with 100 miles. Like, that is unbelievable. I thought I was gonna run like 50. I thought I was gonna give up. And to get to that point where I can see it and it's close, felt amazing. Because I ran so many miles in week 3, the shoes that I had been wearing were toast, y'all. So I made another investment. Okay, this literally just happened. I've been thinking about it and I just decided to do it. So, another purchase for my running journey, and I can't wait to show it to you. Look at those beauties. Oh my goodness, my feet and my knees are thanking me right now. My feet felt like they were in clouds. I felt like I could run faster. It just changed the game for me, and it was an expensive investment. It was around like $170, but the payoff, and because I'm so now invested in running, it's not only gonna help my feet, it's gonna help my knees. And that I thought was worth it. So I have new shoes. It's week 4, I'm feeling awesome. And so I did a couple of little runs, and literally not even the first run, I couldn't do it. I couldn't even do 4 miles, y'all. And I didn't know what was up. And I was feeling so down about myself. And I was like, you've come this far, and now my body and now my mind's gonna give up on me? So I was kicking myself, but I had to remind myself, okay, you just ran 4 miles and yeah, you were struggling, but remember when you couldn't even run a mile? Remember when the first day, do you remember the first day? I just had to continually remind myself, and I actually used the videos because I needed that constant reminder that look how far I've come, because I get into this state of mind of where I'm just constantly saying, you can't do it, you can't do it. So I had that small run, I ran another small run, feeling good, shoes were breaking in. So I was determined that I was gonna do this grand finale for my 100 miles. So I decided I was gonna run, I think 11 and just go over 100 miles. And it was a perfect day. I woke up earlier enough that I wasn't gonna sweat as much. I was gonna see the sunrise. And I had my fanny pack, I had a bomb playlist, new shoes, hydration, I had my gummies. And I was just like, I was wearing like an outfit that I was confident in. And I was like, I'm ready to rock this. I'm ready to just go off on these 11 miles. And so I pushed and I got to probably mile 6, mile 7, and that's kind of, mile 6 is now like my base miles. Like I can just go and run 6 miles. Avi got to warm up, but I can go run 6 miles. And so I got after that base and I was like, okay, keep pushing, keep moving the legs. I did a Peloton outdoor run somewhere, and that needed someone to tell me like, kick your butt into gear. And then is the last 2 miles, and I'm struggling on the 10th mile. I'm struggling. And I get to the marker where I like ran a mile that way and I was gonna run a mile back. And I get to that marker and I just told myself, I said, you better do the best mile ever. You deserve to do the best mile ever because you worked hard for this. So I queued up my favorite songs, the ones that get me hyped up, the ones that make me feel like I am just flying. And I ran that last mile, and I didn't think that this was gonna happen. And I passed 100 miles in 1 month. And these aren't tears, like, I didn't think I was gonna cry, but I like cried a little. But it's because I'm so proud of myself that I've never been just proud of myself when it comes to like my body and stuff like that. So 100 miles. This week sucked when it came to running, but this like made it all worth it. Is to like do those 100 miles. I didn't run 100 miles, but you know what I mean, like in a month. So yeah. This journey has been one that I didn't think was ever gonna happen. And I am now better for it. The amount of self-doubt that I had at the beginning of June is diminished. Obviously, there's some days that are not as great, but I don't wake up in the morning and say, you can't do this. And even in moments when I'm running, I'm proud of myself. And I haven't been like that in a very long time. And it's refreshing. And it feels amazing. So I want to just end this video by saying, if you need to challenge yourself, it doesn't have to be 100 miles. It could be something that you've just always wanted to do, or something maybe outside of your box or your comfort zone. I encourage you to do it. I encourage you to just start and see where it takes you. I'm just gonna give a couple of quick highlights that a lot of people may just be interested in because of the fitness aspect of it and not more of like I'm like a new person. I don't know. So I started weight for the month of June was 162 and now I am 157. I'm just gonna give myself props for that. Maybe that's another video. I ran 120 miles altogether for the month of June. I invested around $300 into my journey, and I probably invested a lot of time. I wish I could calculate it, but I'm just gonna say a lot of time. Honestly, it's a lot of time and dedication. So that's just a couple of quick highlights about my journey. But if you've come to this part, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And if you like it, that's great. If you don't, okay. But I just really wanted to share. So thanks. Bye.